Welcome to Critical Strike, episode 21. I'm Josh McNell, and today with me is Keith Harboard.
Alright.
And Mr. Kyle Dumont.
I'm not wearing any clothes.
Again with the no clothes?
Wow, well, yeah, you interrupted naked video game time.
I don't even know what to say.
This is Nancy and my special time, and you ruined it.
Well, this is a very impromptu episode. I mean, I was just kind of chilling, and Keith was like, let's do a podcast. And I was like, no.
And now I'm going to lose the race. I'm going to lose the race because of you, Josh.
All right, why don't you explain what this race is?
All right. Nancy had the urge to play Final Fantasy VII again. And since I, from an unknown benefactor, now have a PSP, I managed to load Final Fantasy VII onto it. So Nancy and I were playing it in tandem to see who can get out of Midgar first.
Why do you say unknown benefactor? We know who the benefactor is.
Mr. Josh Bicknell.
Right, and what does that mean now?
Yeah.
It means Kyle is now Josh's bitch.
Didn't he buy you a controller?
It's true.
I believe he did.
Comment on that.
You are also his bitch.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
You're a prostitute.
No, I'm
He
not.
threw that controller at you after he was done having his way with you.
Unlike you, I am gainfully employed in a legal business.
Well, not all of us can be perfectly legal. It's not my fault I'm not 100% clean, but I still find clients.
So yeah. This is episode 21, guys. We're actually legal to drink. Wait a minute. Are we legal to drink, or are we able to drink? Because if it's legal to drink, then does that mean people can drink us?
Well, some of us are actually legal to drink, while others have to have their age inverted.
Yeah, Kyle. Wow. So, Kyle, what have you been up to since
Are we
last
supposed to be
episode?
drunk for this podcast?
You've never asked us before.
We should have really prepared for this. I have been playing the shit out of my PSP. I got some Crisis Core, and I've been playing that for pretty much ever. A friend of mine let me borrow his Lost Odyssey copy, and Dirge of Cerberus, so I'll eventually be getting to those. And another friend of mine let me borrow Patapon, and I played a bit of that.
What do you think of Patapon so far?
I tried playing it without the sound.
Oh,
and
I would not
can't.
advise that.
Well, I was on the subway when I first started playing it, and
Why would you play without sound?
I was on the subway, and it's rude to have sound, little things going pata 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 palm.
Can't you have a headset on?
I couldn't find my headphones.
Oh, so your excuse is completely moot.
Well, I found them; they were on my desk, but at the time I couldn't find them. Okay. But now I will be playing them.
Yay!
Or playing the PSP and Patapon with the headphones on.
And now you won't get raped on the subway.
No, I won't. Well, they're noise canceling, so there's a pretty good chance that I might get raped.
Well, let's hope.
It'll make it easier.
So, Kyle, is that about it?
I played a little WoW, played a little Rock Band. Yeah, I think that's about it. It's been, 2 weeks since we recorded?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I've been doing is, Puspin and, Rock Band.
Did you say Puspin?
Yeah, Puspin.
Epic fail.
Like Teddy Rockspin, but with the PSP.
I think that's a new verb.
He's a fuzzy PSP who also solves crimes.
So, Keith, what have you been up to?
I've been playing Hot Shots Golf and MLB The Show, which I'm playing right now, which I'm not supposed to be. And let's see, what
you
else?
playing a video game? Shit, I'm playing 7.
No. You're
Why
not.
You're playing a game.
This is
that's
different. Yeah, but I can multitask.
I can.
You can't. You're a Mac user. I'm not. So, yeah. I played a little bit of Rock Band, but I haven't really been progressing through it very quickly. I haven't given up on it. It's just, sometimes it's just not something I want to struggle with, so I haven't been playing it.
It's a game that you play at your own pace so you can have fun. It's not a game to, you bum rush it to try to finish it.
It's not your fault that you're not talented.
Yeah, thanks, Mom. Bitch. But no, I've mostly been playing Hot Shots Golf and the show. I'm really digging the show. I mean, now the baseball season's in full swing, and I've downloaded the updated rosters. It seems like it's a lot more fun to play. I've been using the Yankees, so they've got a much better lineup than they did before opening day.
Yeah, you would pick the Yankees.
I like the Yankees. I've always been a Yankees fan.
I'm sure you were.
Since they had Ricky Henderson and
Poser.
Dave Henderson.
Bandwagoneer.
Dave Mattingly. No, I've liked the Yankees for a long time.
So is there anything that you wish was in the show?
That's not in the show?
Yeah.
Well, it seems like... Well, I'm not sure if it's in it or not. If it is, I haven't really seen the button to push to make it happen, but one of my players argued a call, and he got thrown out of the game. And I seem to remember that in one of the versions of EA's MLB game a few years ago, there was actually a key command that I played this on the PC that let you argue to a certain extent, and you could set how much you were going to argue, and you knew if you went past a certain point, you were going to get thrown out. And if your batter got hit by the pitcher, you had the option of rushing the mound. And I haven't seen that in this game.
I don't think I've seen something like that in it.
Wow, that other game sounds really fun.
Well, it does, but I'm just thinking maybe it's in the game and I just don't know about it.
So you can only rush the mound if you were hit?
You could in that version, yeah. Well,
No,
you wouldn't have a reason to rush the mound unless you were hit.
Well, I'd rush it for the hell of it. Maybe he was planning on hitting you. It's a preemptive rush.
Oh wait, wasn't that other game that you're talking about the EA one that you and I played online, and I constantly hit you so you would rush the base?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could also have your manager come out and argue with the umpire on a close call.
Yeah, I haven't seen that in any baseball games in a while, actually. Something like that, at least.
I really missed that. Let's see, what else have I been
proceed.
playing? I don't think I've really been playing that much. I did have my girlfriend and her daughter over, and they kind of were watching Blue's Clues on a PS3. Does that count?
No.
Okay, never mind then. That's pretty much it. I haven't really been playing a lot other than those two games.
Alrighty, I have been attempting to play Lost Odyssey as, I fucking hate the Xbox 360. I really do. Such a piece of shit.
Yeah, I've been hearing you had some trouble.
Well, the rest of us love it, so I don't know why you're saying that you don't like it now.
See, the thing is, Josh is slowly becoming a Sony fanboy.
What do you mean slowly?
First, he spurned the Nintendo. Now he's hating the 360. He has his penis in the PS3.
People are already telling me that he's a hater.
Well, I don't actually think I've ever been for Nintendo.
I think you've been for Nintendo.
Can you say that I've ever been for... in the time that you've known me, Kyle?
Yeah, I think if we look back in the podcast, there will be times when you go, yeah, you know what? I love Nintendo. Screw you guys. I'll defend Nintendo no matter what.
There was a time when he was really optimistic about Nintendo, but I think that was before the Wii came out or just after the Wii came out when he was still optimistic that they were going to come out with great games and have legitimate, decent online capabilities. But lately, since he got that Kutaragi plush toy, he hasn't really been talking very nice about Microsoft.
I do love my plush King Kutaragi.
With lifelike parts.
It's anatomically correct.
We all know what he's doing with it.
I don't. Why don't you tell us?
Sucking on it, the penis.
Stop! Don't go there!
I just did.
Oh, that's for a segment later in the podcast.
Yeah.
Well, Josh clearly isn't defending himself, so he is. I mean, it's not my fault he, does things to a doll. Sexually.
You know what, though? When Critical Strike actually makes it, I'm gonna make a Kyle plush doll. For all the people out there.
You already have one, Josh.
But, Lost Odyssey, I absolutely love that game. I am a whore for Japanese RPGs. I mean, that is a very well-known fact at this point.
That you're a whore? Yeah, we know.
But,
yeah.
So I'm
a whore, too.
Will you shut up? I put this game in my Xbox, right? And 4 times in a row it tells me, if you would like to play this game, you need to put it in an Xbox 360 console. I was like, wait a minute, am I putting this in my PS3? No, this is my Xbox. Fuck you. So then, I actually get it to play, and this game constantly reads off the disc. Like, it will sit there and, even when you have it paused, your Xbox will sound like it's going to fly into the sky because it's like, ooh. But, so I get to a point where I have to load something, even though it constantly reads off the disc, and my 360 locks up. So I quickly start it back up and go back into the game, and it locks up again. Apparently, Microsoft does not want me to play this game.
Well, they don't want you to play the game because you're a PS3 fanboy.
I don't want you to play that game either.
I'm not a PS3 fanboy.
I think you are.
I'm not.
Anyway, Josh, the question I wanted to ask you is, what model is your 360?
I actually got this one, because I have two. Well, I don't have two anymore. I had one, and I gave it to my brother for Christmas. And then I bought one of the new ones with HDMI. So
Is it the Zephyr model?
Yeah, I got my other one right around the time that you got yours.
Shit.
It doesn't matter what model they are, dude. Even the newer ones have the same problems, like the one with the smaller core.
This does not bode well for mine.
No, it doesn't. Every model of the 360 has the same exact problem, and what it is people are too fucking stupid to say, fuck you, Microsoft, but it becomes, oh, we love Xbox Live, we're going to put up with these problems.
God damn it, I've been sold a lemon.
I think there's more that goes into their decision to buy the 360 than saying they love Live. I mean, the 360, at least for a long time, was a lot cheaper than the PlayStation 3.
But I'm not saying buy the 360. I mean, buy it. I don't care. But like, say, look at Thrill House, for example. He's had 5. At what point do you say, okay, this isn't working out? I need to, like, just fuck it.
Well, he's a glutton for punishment.
Yeah, that's true. All right.
I mean, he talks to us, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, more me. He doesn't like you.
That's good.
Or Kyle.
But everyone loves me. I'm like the teddy bear of the podcast.
Oh, look at Mr. Egotistical here.
Egotestical? Yeah.
I'm Kyle. I'm so awesome.
Well, I am.
Just because you're named after the kid on South Park doesn't mean everybody likes you.
South Park sucks. But, I threw in some Saints Row.
Why?
Basically, this is my preparation for Grand Theft Auto 4. I wanted to play something that's sandboxy.
Why didn't you put in Oblivion?
Because Oblivion isn't sandboxy.
You should put in San Andreas.
I hate San Andreas.
That's because you didn't play it right.
Wait, how could you not play a sandbox game right?
That was the joke.
It isn't. Oh. It's hard to tell with you. You're too monotone.
Yeah, I'll work on that.
Oh.
Well, I think when they come out with the Critical Strike figurines, Keith's going to be a stick, Josh McNell's going to be some sort of monster, and I'm going to be just a cuddly little thing.
Like a penis?
Yeah. I mean, who doesn't like that?
I was going to say more like a beanbag.
I guess a beanbag would work.
What else you been playing, Josh? I mean, other than Street Fighter.
Yeah. I, unfortunately, yeah. No, I actually didn't play Street Fighter since the last episode. I don't think I
Then
did.
what have you been doing on your Xbox? Just attempting to play Lost Odyssey? Because I saw you've been logging on every once in a while.
No. Just Lost Odyssey and Saints Row. I haven't played Crisis Core, unfortunately, because at my job they actually expected me to work.
Yeah.
I don't know. It kind of sucked. I don't like it when they want me to work.
Me either. It means I get no email.
Yeah. I did play some MotorStorm the other night with Mr. Thrillhouse 17, who has a number at the end of his name.
Because he's cool.
Yep. And that was about it for me. I actually have not been gaming too much lately.
I know why.
Why?
Because your PS3 is not connected to a high-def TV and you're a big taster, because now that you've had HD, you don't want to go back to SD.
That makes no sense, though, because my 360 and my Wii is on my standard def.
Well, you can't play Lost Odyssey on your PS3.
You know, I don't like you, Keith.
That's fine. Taster.
Oh, looks like Josh was telling the truth. I just checked his gamer tag. Last time we played Street Fighter 2 was April 13th.
Holy crap. That was a whole, what, 6 days ago?
A whole
7
week?
days? Wow.
A whole week.
No, wait. That's wrong then. Then that means I played it since the last episode. Because the last episode came out on April 7th.
Oh, that's true. Josh,
Damn
you're a
it.
dirty liar. All you do is play Street Fighter 2.
That's true. I mean, the 360 is kind of my Street Fighter machine.
That's kind of sad.
Yeah, let's, I'm thinking about doing a video game music challenge this episode, gentlemen.
We'll let you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
we're going
sounds
to do
good.
one. So, this is this week's video game music challenge.
How do they win or guess or do that thing where they message you and you get all the glory and we get no fans talking to us at all?
Okay, well, if you want to guess the video game music challenge and not win a prize, because there is no prize to this one, maybe, then you head over to the forums at critical-strike.org
/forum.
/forum, shut up, and then you would register and private message Josh with your answer.
That's a new address.
So, yeah. I actually fixed it. I got off my ass for once and did it, alright?
Yeah.
And it's almost May.
It's only been since December. I'm slow. What do you want from me?
Acknowledgement of your slowitude.
So, it's time for our confessions. Yeah, this impromptu episode, we didn't really have much to talk about. So, we kind of wanted to cover some of the confessions that we have that are video game related, at least. Sort of, kind of like, are there games that you are ashamed to play? Stuff like that. Have games brought out a certain emotion out of you? And, Keith,
Josh is going to go first.
No, Josh is
I
not
think
going
Josh
first.
should go first. It's 2-1 here.
I think you should. Yep.
It's your topic, after all. I think you should go first.
No, actually, this is Keith's topic.
Well, Keith, then you should
Which
go
means
first.
Josh should go first. Okay. How to put this? It's not really a confession because obviously the game is sold to.
He plays Leisure Suits Larry games.
No, I don't. I have though. I mean, in the past, in my youth, when I didn't realize that video games were I don't know, boring when they're about.
Are you talking about the Leisure Suit Larry games?
Yeah, they were boring.
No way, dude. They were awesome.
No, come on. As far as like puzzle games or logic-based games, they were really very stupid and linear. You had to go.
But they had boobies.
Big deal. Animated boobies are just kind of stupid, which brings me to my first confession. After finishing Final Fantasy X, they came out with Final Fantasy X-2, and not really knowing what it was, and long after it was out, I saw it at the bargain basement price of $20. So I went ahead and picked it up, thinking, all right, this is something that I'm gonna like playing because it's like Final Fantasy.
Ha ha ha.
So I put it in, and there's this dance/singing number, sort of like, I don't know, American Idol-ish, and then there's like some sort of fight and chase scene. I'm like, what the fuck is this? and I don't even think I saved my game, and I turned it off, never turned it on again. But I still have it.
That's the worst story ever. That's more of a faux pas than a dirty
Oh, well,
pleasure.
it's not necessarily a dirty pleasure. At some point, I probably will play it again.
I wouldn't. I really wouldn't.
Right.
I mean, it's way down the list below. I have a game. All right. Anytime I have a game in my collection, I feel like I should be playing it. It's something I've paid money for. I need to get my money's worth out of it, and that's one of those games that I'm kind of feel guilty about spending $20 on it if I don't play it.
I think that you did, like, you spent money on it, right? And then you got it, and now you feel like you should play it.
Yeah.
I think that you did get your money's worth out of it already.
Not $20 worth. That's like saying that Gran Turismo Prologue or whatever the hell 5 is worth $40. I mean, you're not going to get $40 worth out of that game.
Thrill House is not going to like you.
That's fine. So that's one. Another one I wouldn't say really is a guilty pleasure, but it's lately I've been using my PlayStation 3 more to entertain and calm down my girlfriend's daughter. She's been watching Baby Einstein videos and Blue's Clues.
What the hell's Baby Einstein?
It's got like puppets, and there's like classical music in the background, and the puppets are doing things, and there's like graphically orientated, illustrated, really bright, contrasty stuff that keeps kids' interest. And some of it's actually somewhat educational.
Well, there's some podcasts out there that talk about the hills, and we talk about Baby Einstein.
And Blue's Clues. Don't forget, Blue's Clues is actually a really good show.
I think that is the biggest confession any of us will ever make.
I think ever since they got rid of Steve, that show just went down.
Yes, I've got a lot of the ones with Steve.
This is the most pussified Critical Strike ever.
And oh, and I've got High School Musical and High School Musical 2 on my PS3. Isn't that sad?
You're the gayest man I have ever known, and I know some really gay guys.
That doesn't make me gay. Just because I want to keep my girlfriend's daughter calmed down and she likes that stuff.
Why don't you just give her some,
alcohol?
No.
Responsible people don't do that sort of thing.
true.
Just because your parents did doesn't mean everyone else did. Parents did.
Not alcohol. What is that drug?
Mescaline?
Not mescaline, not a roofie.
Oxycontin?
Not Oxycontin. Valium. Give her some Valium.
First of all, you have to have a prescription, which I don't have, or ever intend to get.
Look, do you know how easily doctor's notes are forged?
Apparently you do.
Pretty easily. Then you just go to a drugstore, slip the guy an extra $50, bam, you have a prescription of Valium.
We don't all live in a major metropolitan area like Philadelphia where you can get away with stuff like that.
Or you could just wait until the guy in the ice cream truck comes by and you could buy some stuff from him.
I think you're revealing a little too much.
Or go into the ghetto and wait until the door-to-door drug salesman comes. 'Cause he does. Once a week. Every Saturday. It makes you very awkward when he answers the door.
Remind me never to go to Philadelphia.
Kyle, we're never visiting you.
That was a very awkward year. Never go to the ghetto in Philadelphia. And it sucks because it's like 75% of Philadelphia.
Why would you go to the ghetto in the first place? What did you think you were going to find there? Nice people with clean clothes and nice cars and
cheap housing.
He was looking for people to play 10-2 with, alright?
You thought this will be nothing like Grand Theft Auto? Because, you know, the ghetto in real life is much nicer.
Yeah. No, I needed a place to live in less than 24 hours, under $500 a month with utilities included. And I found one. And it was right near campus. The bad part was that it was in the ghetto.
Wait a minute, is that the place you were living at when you drunk dialed me at 3 in the morning?
Yeah, that's where, oh my god, look, it's a kitty came from.
Yeah, alright. That's a story for another show.
Yeah, that's where I had to make sure I was awake so I wouldn't get raped, mugged, or
Kyle,
stabbed.
that's a story for another show.
Alright, Josh, I think we should hear your confessions now.
That's all the confessions you have?
Well, what kind of confessions did you expect to hear, dude? First of all, I don't play a lot of video games. Second of all, the games that I play are really kind of mainstream games.
And you're saying I'm different?
Yeah.
Alright. I suppose that one of my confessions would be that I am obsessed with the classic NES Mega Man series.
Obsessed?
I think obsessed is too light of a word.
Yeah. But, alright, let me add some fuel to that fire. Is that on last week's Player One podcast, right? Phil mentioned that he bought a Mega Man book for the classic series that showed all the old art and concept art from the series. And, yeah, I bought it.
And fap to it.
No, I haven't gotten it yet, but it is $30.
Oh my god. You paid $30 for Mega Man?
Yeah.
Anything with Mega Man?
You paid $30 for a bunch of scribbles.
That's lame.
Because that's what concept art is. It's not even well-formed lines.
No, it does have finished art and some art that they were working on. And
You're going to get a bar napkin with, like, a stick figure on it.
yeah, so I suppose that would be one of my confessions, even though everybody kind of knows it, that I love Mega Man.
What's your favorite Mega Man?
And my favorite Mega Man game?
Yeah.
Mega Man 3.
Why? I mean, what sets it apart from Mega Man 1, 2, 4, 5, through 20?
They didn't go to 20.
Yeah, I was exaggerating.
In fact, they stopped at 6. No, 7.
The fact that you even know that
And they went to X.
and can differentiate between them is another confession I think you need to talk about. Maybe even seek help for.
Alright, well, the difference between Mega Man 3 and at least 1 and 2 is, there were obviously different characters.
You mean they had different colored uniforms?
No, and, well, they all had different special attacks, too. Like, you had Needleman and Gemini Man.
And what were the different attacks?
Needleman would attack you with needles.
Wow, that's a huge departure.
What about Hardman? Which one was Hardman in?
3.
Yeah, no wonder why you like 3.
You make a good point.
And in Mega Man 3, they also introduced Proto Man, who is widely considered to be Mega Man's brother.
You mean he's not?
So, yeah, they never actually really finished that story, at least from what I can remember. But, yeah, that's another confession, I suppose, too, is that I got a little bit emotional at the end of Mega Man 3.
Did you cry?
Maybe.
You did.
Maybe.
You cried like a little girl.
But I was like 3? No.
It was last year.
You were like 16.
Yeah. Dude, he's not 16 now.
Yeah, I guess. I'm just saying, He plays it once a day and he cries at the exact same spot every day. That's his daily affirmation.
One of my other confessions would be that I don't know. I love I played the last Pokemon game and I loved that. And Keith thought that was kind of gay.
Does that make you cry?
No.
Hold on, I never said Pokemon was gay. I just said there's no difference from this Pokemon game and all the other Pokemon games, so literally what's the point?
But this was my first Pokemon game.
Well, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, Pokemon. But you have to catch them all. And then you have to get them up to, level 100. And then you gotta make sure you don't sell the games so you can keep them and treasure them forever.
You guys just make me feel like you've never actually had pets in real life.
I've had
when
pets.
You say silly stuff like that.
Oh, I've had pets. I've had lots of pets.
Have they all died on you and your parents flushed them down the toilet or what?
Well, they're either eaten or hit by cars.
You ate your pets? That's kind of gross,
No,
dude.
they were eaten by coyotes.
There's coyotes in Philadelphia?
You live in Philadelphia!
Or weasels.
You fucking liar!
No, I live in Philadelphia now. I'm originally from Connecticut.
Your parents told you lots of stories to make you think your pets died of natural causes.
No, I live right across from a mountain. Coyotes run up and down the street during the summer. I also had chickens.
Chickens aren't pets, unless you want to get bird flu.
They were at the time. And then a weasel ate them.
Actually, that explains a lot.
You know what, though? You just kind of reminded me of a confession.
You have another one?
About, yeah. I do, and it's kind of a worlds colliding, which ironically Keith and I were talking about earlier. But yeah, another confession I have is that I played and loved the shit out of Nintendogs.
Oh yeah, I totally forgot about that.
And ironically, my dog's name was Mega Man.
You named your dog Mega Man.
I don't think that's ironic. I don't even think that's coincidental.
So, yeah, I loved Nintendogs.
And I did not give you nearly enough shit for you loving Nintendogs and playing.
I'm actually thinking about busting it out again too.
Why?
Cause I love Nintendogs.
Do you miss your pets?
I miss Mega Man. I would be sitting in the middle of work, right, and I would be like, Mega Man, sit, and everybody's just kind of looking at me.
Dude, they're looking at you anyway.
Yeah, because you're a fucking monster.
That's true.
You're probably eating a kid while you're doing that.
And cleaning his teeth with the laser.
No one does that. You're laser resistant.
Yeah. So another thing I kind of realized too, while talking about all this, is that I'm not as hardcore of a gamer that I once thought I was. Like, I have all the systems, the 360, the Wii, and the PS3. But I don't play them as much as I used to. That's a confession for me.
How is that a confession?
That's a confession, because I'm not like, you have people who are hardcore gamers, right? And I've had people tell me in the last couple weeks, you are a hardcore gamer.
They're lying.
But I don't think I am.
They don't know you the way we do. Because if they did, they would know exactly how much time you spend playing gay-ass games like Street Fighter, and they would think, wait, does he even play anything else on the 360? No, that's a Street Fighter machine. Because that's all he plays.
So wait, you've never had a game bring out any emotion in you, Keith?
No. Well, no. Yeah, wait. Yeah.
What game brought out emotion from you?
I think it was the original Katamari. Katamari
What
Damacy.
the fuck? Katamari brought out emotion?
Yeah.
How's that possible?
Actually, no, it was We Love Katamari. Because there's a story in We Love Katamari. And in one scene, the prince gets mistreated by his father, the king.
Did you cry?
It's really sad. No, I didn't cry, but...
But the prince always gets mistreated by the king. Constantly.
It doesn't make it right. It doesn't mean that you can't have some sort of emotional attachment to the little green guy who's pushing all that shit around the world.
You are such a fag!
That doesn't make me a fag.
Kyle,
It's a fun game.
You got any confessions?
With a good story.
I really like Pokemon.
Like how much?
Like, I watched the show when it came out for, like, the first 4 seasons.
You're kidding, right? How old were you then?
Like, I've played... first came out when I was in the 8th grade. The games did, and the show came out. So I pretty much watched it for the first 2 years of high school.
Did anybody know?
Did they make fun of you?
Yeah, a few people knew. I have currently right in front of me 4 Pokemon games.
Wow.
Including the 2 originals.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I loved Pokemon Diamond, but I don't think that I could actually watch the anime or / cartoon, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Did you cry? I can see Kyle now. No, Squirtle! Ah!
Yeah, I watched it. I was a little choked up when, Bulbasaur left and Squirtle joined the Squirtle Squad.
Alright, is that it?
My next guilty pleasure is my unhealthy obsession with anything Square or Square Enix related.
I concur, and I 100% agree with this one.
Because if it has Square or Square Enix, I will play it regardless.
Oh, wait.
I
Kyle?
played Final Fantasy X too, and I liked it. Yeah?
For me, if it has Square, then I will play it. But Enix blows.
Well, I said Square or Square Enix.
Squeenix.
So I suppose if you say Square, we'll cover Square Enix.
Proceed.
Or Squeenix. Yeah, because I've played every single Final Fantasy with the exception of 12.
6.
And 6. I've played 1, I've played 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10-2, which I played about 6 hours of, and then 11, which I spent like 2 weeks. So 14 days. So 14 times 24 hours in. Yeah, that's a big number.
You know what, though? Thinking back on it, I did the same exact thing with 10-2 that Keith did. I bought it, but I bought it brand new, like day one. And, yeah. And, I put it in my PS2, and I saw the Britney Spears cutscene, and then you chase the person around a little bit, and then I turned it off, and I never played it again.
Crystal Chronicles Ring of Fates.
Oh, Yuna was kind of hot.
Crystal Chronicles, My Life as a King. Parasite Eve.
Look at Kyle.
Xenogears.
Trying to be all serious.
Xenosaga.
So how do you feel about the Enix RPGs?
I don't think I've played an Enix RPG. To be honest.
Oh.
I've never played Dragon Quest. No, I've played one. It was a Game Boy port.
Since you're obsessed with all things Squeenix, are you going to get the Dragon Quest or whatever it is for the Wii?
Yeah, I think I might.
And all the ones on the DS that you missed then?
Yeah, I suppose I will.
And Final Fantasy Tactics on the PSP?
Yeah, I actually have that.
Don't you have to get a job first?
Rimshot.
Oh, I thought you meant Rim Job, my bad. So, yeah, I have to agree with Kyle on that confession. I love Squeenix too much. Too much. Dude, I have a replica Final Fantasy VII Sephiroth sword.
You have that? I'm so jealous of you.
I do. I have the Sephiroth one, and
The Buster Sword?
I have on order some of the other ones. No, not the Buster Sword, but like from the Advent Children.
Oh, yeah.
The gun swords and stuff.
Do you have the motorcycle?
No.
You wanted one, though, didn't you?
I did. Dude, I would totally get one in a heartbeat.
I would get one. That
I'm a
motorcycle was
fucking whore.
awesome.
I think the fact that you two are both digging on this crap so much sort of defeats the purpose of it being a confessional.
Well, we're announcing to the world our problems.
Yeah.
Well, I've got one more confession to drop on you guys.
Yeah?
Sims 2.
Oh, yeah. Sims 2. Who hasn't?
Me.
Actually, any Will Wright game in general I have to play.
I haven't played The Sims or The Sims 2. Actually, I have to take that back. I've played The Sims 2 for about 5 minutes, and then I hated it.
I made a serial killer in mine. It was pretty cool.
The only Will Wright game I've liked is Raid on Bungling Bay.
What the fuck is that?
Oh, look at that. You guys aren't so, like, hip to the groove now, huh? Raid on Bungling Bay is a game that Will Wright made, I think back when he was in school or something around there. And it basically was the groundwork for SimCity. So, like, it had islands, and you were like a helicopter. You had to fly around and blow things up on the helicopter. So, yeah, Will Wright made a violent video game.
He's making Spore, which is also a violent video game.
Yeah, but that's never going to come out.
Yes, it will, and I'm going to buy it.
It'll come out, it just won't be very good.
I'm going to buy it for the DS, I'm going to buy it for the PSP, and I'm going to buy it for the Mac.
It's just going to crash on you if you play it on a Mac.
Yeah, funny. Very funny. Yeah, and then I get to piece together all those Audacity files. Fuck.
So, nobody has any more confessions?
I have a confession. Don't run Audacity on a Mac.
I do have kind of a confession that I love card games like Magic the Gathering. Eye of Judgment.
Yeah, but I really like card games too, but I haven't been able to play them on a PC or anything. Although I'm really excited that Magic the Gathering's coming out for live.
Yeah, but I'm not going to get it because it's on the Xbox. I don't do the Xbox anymore.
Because you're a PS3 fanboy.
No, I'm not. Kyle, I've spent more time with my Wii lately than I have my PS3.
Whatever, man. You hate the Wii. You hate the 360. Where's the PS3 hate?
There's been plenty of PS3 hate.
You only have binary relationships, Josh. You either love something or you hate it.
Right now, I'm hating you.
Really?
You guys are confessing to things that really aren't that far out of the mainstream. I mean, the Squeenix RPG games are pretty much mainstream RPGs.
not many people are as big into Square as like what me and Kyle are.
Like, I'm gonna be playing The World Ends With You. I mean, I saw that in the back of Nintendo Power, and I said, wow, that's a pretty cool looking game. I'm gonna buy that. No, I think I'll just play anything that has the Square or Square Enix little stamp on it.
I'm the same way. If I see Square or Square Enix, I'm buying it.
That just makes you fanboy whores for the company.
Look at Final Fantasy X too.
Did you enjoy that game?
No.
I did.
That's a confession, but saying that you played 11, that's not really a confession at all.
I played 11 a lot. I was there with Nick when he set his life to it. In fact, I encouraged him to do it. Because I also kind of set my life to it.
Hey, Kyle. Why didn't you... Actually, no, we've already talked about that. That's not a confession anymore since you did admit to playing Crystal Chronicles with nobody around.
Yep. It was just me and the Moogle.
Plus, he's got that behemoth of a mech controller.
Yeah, that's not really much of a confession. Oh, I guess I can profess my love to that game. And I can also say that one of the reasons why I didn't want to buy a 360 was because there was no controller port for me to play Steel Battalion with.
And Kyle would also like to confess his love for Tales of Symphonia. And the Wiimote.
Fuck that game. Fuck that game.
I just had to say Wiimote before we wrapped it up.
I'm a big fan of the Wiimote. I like the Wiimote.
Would WarioWare count?
No, WarioWare is pretty awesome.
Well, it depends on which one.
The one for the Wii?
Do you like the Wii one? Because if you do, you're gay.
I don't like it then.
Yeah. Buy the GameCube one. It's cheaper. The GameCube one, so much better. Buy that. It's cheap, and everyone can play. The Wii.
He doesn't have a Wii.
The Wii could play this game. Oh, that's right. He sold his Wii. So you'd say that you have no penis.
Alright, so, Keith, any shoutouts?
I'd like to give a shout out to my nephew Nick and my friend Gary.
And, Kyle, any shoutouts?
Yeah, just one. Keith has
Nancy.
no penis.
How's that even a shout out? I want to throw a shout out to Thrill House for helping us with our pre-podcast prep.
God damn it. I would also like to give the standard shout out to the Nance.
Yeah. Actually, if you listen to PSH Radio episode 13, I was on there, and I had to talk about Critical Strike, and when I was going down the list of people who's on the podcast, I said Nancy. I said that she's our little mascot.
You're the mascot to Critical Strike. You're the Critical Strike mascot, apparently.
Does she have a really big head?
She's very confused. No, she doesn't have a big head.
Alright, well, anyways, both
no,
of you
she's
shut
not
up.
a mascot. No.
You shut up.
Shut up.
I would like to give a shout out to Nancy, our little mascot, and to Keith.
Why?
And to Kyle, and to Thrill House. I don't need a reason to love you guys.
Dude, it makes me feel icky when you do that.
Icky?
Yeah. Like I need a shower.
Because it's an emotion?
Because it's emotion coming from a Yeti who's got a baby face and looks like he's 12.
Hey, at least he can emote. He's not a black and white freaking emotionless stick.
Sometimes I wish he were.
You're a twig.
That's fine.
You're one of those bugs that are a twig.
I like being this way.
A twig bug. Stick bug.
And I would like to say that we're not going to be recording again until May 11th, which is going to be our 1-year anniversary of Critical Strike /Plagasm. We made it to a year. So if you, a listener or other podcast out there, would like to record a message of, you guys are good, congratulations on 1 year, or you fucking suck, then please do so. And you can mail it to josh@critical-strike.org.
They can say stuff that's in between too, like you guys are adequate, keep up the average work.
Keep up the mediocrity.
That works for me. So if you would like to record something for us, then
way to fulfill the status quo.
Yeah. So that would we would need those by at least say May 9th, which would be the deadline.
Yeah, it sounds good to me.
Sound good? Good. So we will see.
I mean, I'm not editing it, but yeah, it sounds good.
Kyle,
Yeah.
Why do you always have to interrupt me when I'm doing my intro or outro?
I have this unexplainable urge to do it. Tourette's.
So, yeah, we will see everybody on May 11th, or actually the 12th when it's coming out, but goodbye.
Goodbye. Later. This man has wings. But everyone loves me. I'm like the teddy bear of the podcast.